Welcome back to Tour Tuesdays Allentown. I know it's been a long 2 weeks without seeing me on your screen, but thank you guys all for joining us for another episode. I would like to introduce you to my special guest this week. This is Tara Anthony, one of our community managers for City Center Residential. So we're going to be showing you one of our awesome apartments today that we're doing some finishing touches on. We're going to end up back in the lobby, but why don't you come on in? So I know it's been 2 weeks since you saw us last, so just a quick couple reminders. If you have any questions at all as we look around today, please feel free to ask Tara or myself. And again, we will be giving a gift card away to one of our viewers from this week. This week's gift card is going for tacos and tequila, so be sure to leave your questions, be sure to let us know that you're here. So as you can see, things are quite a bit further along than the last time we were in one of these apartments. So we're in one of our walk-up apartments now that's on the first floor. With this particular apartment, you can see we've got some finishing touches to do, but we are just about a week away from the resident moving into this particular option, and I know that they're really excited about it. But we've come a long way since the days of just framed out walls and no cabinets and no countertops. But I wanted to get in, this is Tara, she's one of our community managers, so feel free to ask us any questions that you have. Do you have any particular favorites about this apartment that you love?
My favorite in this specific apartment is the walk-up door, and I love all the planters outside. The building overall, though, that favorite is by far the windows. Oversized windows and natural light is something that is an overall favorite for mine, so this building has all of that, so that right there would be my favorite.
I think my favorite part about the walk-ups are the ceiling height. I mean, down here you've got 11-foot ceilings. I know, good news and bad news. Good news, these are beautiful apartments. Bad news, all the walk-ups have been rented. Yeah. And things are moving really fast around here. We are already down to single digits in terms of the number of apartments left. So we have, was it 9?
We are down to 9 apartments in the whole building. So we opened last Friday, and we've had 4 people actually move in and get their keys so far. So moving along.
4 from this past weekend. We have a whole nother group coming this weekend as well as the weekend after. So there's a lot of great apartments in the building. A handful of 1-bedroom apartments left. I think we have 2 2-bedroom options.
Correct.
Those are all going to be for move-ins in June. So if you're looking to make the move in June, we do have just a handful of apartments left until our next project, whenever that comes online. There's always new projects. So were there any questions that we had so far? There's my question.
Yeah, one viewer asked, when are the different floors opening?
Sure, so in terms of when our floors are opening, our first and second floors are technically already open. We do have, again, 4 people, as Tara mentioned, that have picked up keys already. Our 3rd floor opens next Friday, May 24th. That floor is fully leased, so there's no available apartments on the 3rd floor. Our 4th floor opens June 7th. We just have a handful of apartments left there. And our 5th floor opens June 21st. So in less than a month and a half, we're going to be fully open and fully occupied. We're really excited to have all of our new residents here.
Yeah, another person asked, what kind of perks do they get when they live at Walnut Street Commons?
There's a lot of great perks, and those perks go for all of our downtown communities, not just for Walnut Street Commons. So discounted tickets to Miller Symphony Hall and discounted classes at the Baum School of Art, as well as all of those awesome gold card discounts. So if any of you work in one of our downtown buildings or live in one of our downtown communities, you get access to the City Center gold card. At least 10% off at most of the restaurants and shops down here. So when you get home from a long day of work, you want to go to happy hour, it's nice to be able to go have a bite to eat and save a little bit of money while you're doing it.
Absolutely.
So any other questions before we head over to the lobby?
Yeah, and another person wants to know, approximately how many residents will be living in this building?
So I don't know the exact number of residents that are going to be in here quite yet, but there's 61 apartments, so I'd say probably 80 people. Yeah. 80 people by the time all is said and done. So it's a really great building, a little bit smaller, more intimate of a community if you compare it to Strata Flats. But the good news is that when we do our resident functions, like we have a Yappy Hour coming up on Thursday over at Strata that our residents from 520 Lofts are invited to, and then our new Walnut Street Commons residents are invited to as well. Happy hour for the dogs. Everybody's invited, so it gives you a good chance to meet people from the other buildings, make some cross-community friendships, and make some new friends moving downtown here. So we wanted to show you the lobby because when we were here 2 weeks ago with Jane, we didn't have any furniture yet. So wanted you guys to see it all put together, but I think our best bet is to let's go out the front door here, out our walk-up, and we'll head back outside. A little cold for my taste, but what are you gonna do? After you. Now, the big blue crane does not come with the building, but it should be leaving us shortly. So one of the really cool things about this building and all of our buildings is that it's all key fob access. So you get a little fob that looks just like this, looks like a guitar pick, that unlocks all of the doors for you. Try that again. There we go. So a little bit different than the last time we were here. More stuff and more things to explore. So we've got some great furniture. Our package lockers have been installed. And it looks like our cold storage is here. We were just talking about this. It was supposed to arrive any day now. So you want to tell us a little about the locker system, Tara?
I will. So we have 2 locker systems here. This right here is special. It is the first in all of our properties. It is cold storage. So HelloFresh, Blue Apron, all of those. If this is delivered while you're at work, which obviously a lot of that happens, it can be put in here and it will be refrigerated until you get home. You type your information in on here, the door pops open, and you can get your groceries out. This side is Amazon, obviously, right? Who doesn't order any Amazon packages? Or anything else, FedEx, UPS. So it would be size appropriate, and again, type in your information and it goes in there. So package concierge is down here, all set up, ready to go. You have your mail over here, so it's all in one central location. And of course, on this kind of dreary day, who doesn't want some coffee? So you have that, grab everything all in one space, and then you can head right down the hallway to your apartment.
I agree with Tara. On a day like today, I think a warm beverage is in order. So we have coffee and tea here for our residents to use. Were there any questions that we had from the viewers or any other questions I can answer for everybody?
Yeah, Megan, you mentioned the butterfly MX before. Can you show how that works?
Sure. So the question was about the butterfly MX system. We can kind of look at it in the hall here. It's not up and running quite yet, and it looks like we do have a tour coming in. It's okay, come on in. The butterfly MX system is a guest entry system, so it allows our residents to remotely buzz people into the building. So in the case of a delivery coming or friends coming along, and again, this is a hop and lobby, so there's lots of people in here. Hi guys, we're live on Tour Tuesdays Allentown, so you're gonna tour the building. Thank you for joining us. But that guest entry system will allow you to remotely buzz people into the building. So if you've got pizza coming or your family coming, you don't need to come rescue them to get into the building. Any other last minute questions that we have, teams?
Okay. We had a question about the photography that was shown. Whose photography is that?
So whose photography is that? All of the photography is coming from Dave Myers from City Center. He's the man behind the camera, and I know he's not going to switch it to selfie mode, even if we tell him to. But a lot of the artwork that you see up here does come from Dave, and we're very excited to have it here in the building. And it's a great addition to our lobby space. So I just wanted to say thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you to Tara for joining me as my co-host for another week of Tour Tuesdays.
And one last thing, upon moving, you do get an awesome swag bag and this little bottle of champagne. You can see our hashtag specific to Walnut Street Commons is on here. So when you move in and you get this, please make sure to post it on social media. Tag us and share away. Let everyone know how awesome it it is to live here. And if you don't drink it, you can feel free to just walk up to the office and share with us.
We'll share.
Thank you.
So thank you guys again for joining us for another week of Tour Tuesdays. As a reminder, we're giving away a gift card to Tacos and Tequila next week, so be sure to announce your presence in the comments. Let us know that you're here. If you think of any questions or if there's any other things you want to see, so some different layouts, some different amenity spaces. Next week, we're going to revisit some spaces that we've already been to before, some of those amenities that are done now, so you get a feel for what it looks like all together. But thank you guys again for another awesome Tour Tuesdays. Thank you to Tara for joining us. Post pictures of your champagne at move-in, #MyLifeOnWalnut Street. We hope to see you guys here. Thanks for joining us.